Welcome back to the Winner's Edge, where we use the Forex market to try to make money using my strategy VMS 2.0, which is a combination of structure on a daily chart, momentum on a daily chart, and volume on the daily chart and lower time frames. So, this is the midweek, and I'm going to show you, I've got a lot of stuff to talk to you about. I'm going to show you well, let's start out. These are the live trades that we're in. I'm just going to start that way and then I'll show you the other ones. So this particular trade is Australian dollar to the Japanese yen. We took it based upon a double top and 20-year highs. We got a super nice red candle rejection followed by an engulfing red candle. We have divergent on the daily momentum right here. So if I draw a line and be from there down to there, it appears to be in a downtrend. We don't never know for sure, but it appears to be. And so that's what we took this one based upon. And we've been in it for over a month now. Yeah, 6 weeks. So some of them go like that. I think this is my longest trade so far. Euro to the Canadian dollar. This is one we just got in this morning, guys. From this trigger, this engulfing candle trigger. So we have a 1, 2, 3 pullback. So we've got 1, 2, 3. This really doesn't qualify, but bouncing off the 50 is always a good idea. If we had momentum, I would have tried to do something in here. And so we've got 1, 2, 3. And then a pullback into this is the swing high that was broken. And this is just a little bit more confirmation to support that level. We had this engulfing candle here. And based upon where we placed our stop loss and our profit target, then we came into it with a limit order and just got filled this morning. So we will watch this one. This is a 2.3 risk to reward. Euro to the yen is another live one that we're in. And this one started, it went down really nice. And then it started moving against us, coming back up here, actually to the previous resistance zone, testing that again. And now it looks to be coming away from it. We took this one based upon the SR zone being so strong and divergent activity on momentum. Momentum was high at 96 and divergent. Next one that we're live in is the pound to the Swiss franc. This is one that we just got in last week on Thursday. I don't remember if we got in on this one on a market order or what. I don't remember. So up in profit. We've got a long ways to go. This is what I'm expecting from based upon the different support and resistance zones that I would look at for a target 1 and a target 2. This is what I came up with. So a little bit subjective, guys. You know, your stop loss is not subjective. It's a swing low plus 1.5 ATR. But the profit target can certainly be subjective. Your entry can be subjective. So these are things that, you know, doing this strategy is actually pretty simple. But mastering it takes time. And any kind of guidance is always optional. Those are the 4. That's not true. We are in another live one, but it doesn't show up. Oanda doesn't like it, I guess, or something. I don't know. Yeah, but it's the dollar to the Canadian dollar. And this was the trigger here, but I did not take it. And in fact, I posted that I wanted to see this one develop more rejection. And so yesterday we did get a shooting star candle here, and that triggered the entry. And so you can see that momentum is high and hooking down. We do have structure up here, and then I went on the lower time frames, and this is what I got for volume. So it appears that sellers are starting to step into this market. And I always, nobody ever knows for sure, man. There's some trades I think is going to be perfect win, and it just surprises me and takes me out. So okay, so now let's see. Over, from Sunday, we did have a couple of markets that made some great activity, moving closer to the setup that we're looking for them. One of them is the Australian dollar to the Canadian dollar, and so this one, between last week and current, we had this really nice engulfing candle here, down, uh, bearish momentum on momentum, but I couldn't take it down here at the close of this one. I have a limit order in on this one because I can't get in down here. I've got to wait for it to come to me or I won't take it. So I had two other ones that I canceled. Hang on, maybe I'll show you those two. Oh, here. Okay, so we're good on this one. I'm taking it because of a triple top and it's at 5-year highs. But again, the trigger candle was just too big, so it had to be a limit order, in my opinion. Euro to the Australian dollar. This is another limit order that we started with last week. And right here was the engulfing candle. So we were trying to come in at this entry point based upon what our stop loss was and our profit target. This needed to be a limit order and didn't see it happening, so we canceled it. Pound to the Australian dollar. This is another limit order that we placed and canceled. As you can see, the market didn't pull back to us at all. And, I'm just not willing to take market orders all the time. And I see these markets coming back and putting me in, which increases my profit for R&R. And the one that we did keep was the Australian dollar to the Canadian dollar. I showed you that. And then I also have a new one. Whoop, I'm on the wrong page. Okay, so we got that. All right, so I'm going to show you another limit order that we actually got. Well, that was this one here. This one, we came into this with a limit order that we placed on, must have been yesterday, on Tuesday. And so, and again, if you look at where it got filled and where our entry is, then you can see that the market, definitely came down and where if you would have gotten in, come on, get off there. If you would have gotten in at this level, to me, there's not enough room there. This particular one, euro to the Canadian dollar, these are all-time highs. And so I was not comfortable trying to come all the way up here to get some profit. But if you see where my profit target is, look over here at resistance. Okay, and that's where my profit target is right at that resistance. So we'll wait and see what happens. Now, coming into wait a minute, new limit. Got a note here. New Zealand dollar to the US dollar is a limit order that we placed this morning. And I wanted to kind of point this out. Sometimes the market will do this. You can see how close that market is to hitting our, look at that right there. It was like right there, but it didn't go through it. So we did not get filled. I mean, we're talking just like 2 or 3 pips. And so we'll see. I just put this in this morning and I will see if it'll pull back, and I'll probably leave it in there for a couple of days. I'm pretty happy with this. It doesn't surprise me that it's doing this. I'm thinking that we might get divergent here, but this one is so strong. We have a negative 96, I think, on momentum. Got a solid hook. I mean, look at the angle of the line here for momentum. That is hard up. And so what I don't like is I don't like the retrace right in here. So I consider this to be a pullback. So it's a 1, 2, 3. And if if it is a pullback, then we should see price coming up into this range, which is where my profit target is. Okay, so that one we're just letting cook. I have two other ones that we're watching in this week, and that's the Canadian dollar to the Japanese yen. So this one, now I need to shorten it up here. Sorry, guys. So we have a 1, 2, 3 pullback into resistance here. So I'm watching for this one. You can see that momentum looks like it's trying to maybe start hooking there. And this one, we need the solid rejection from this point. And so that's what we're watching there. New Zealand dollar. And we do all this. We have to have structure first and then momentum. And then we can drop down onto lower time frames and look for volume. New Zealand dollar to the Japanese yen. I don't know if this is, yeah, this is my head and shoulders. You don't find these very often, but when you do, they're fantastic. I love them. And so here's the neckline, right? I think we all agree on that. There's the neckline. And so the market made a very nice break and close below the neckline. And now look at it trying to pull back up in here. I want to see, number one, I got to see price coming up into the zone. And zones are subjective, guys. Excuse me. My zone might not be the same as yours, but I don't have momentum yet. And momentum doesn't even look like it's close. It's not flattening out or nothing. So this, I think, is going to come back up a little bit more at least, and then I'll need to see that hook before I take any kind of action. Okay, guys, that's all I've got going on for the midweek, and hopefully this is helping you. And if you have any comments, post them down there, and I'll answer the best that I can. All right, hope you have a great day.